Happy Fearless Friday. I come to you this morning to talk about what happens to us as women when we get caught up in the idea that we have to be a good girl. What I'm discovering is that part of my behavior patterns that came from the good girl syndrome started when I was a kid and I lived in a home with a raging alcoholic dad. And in order to protect myself, I had to be good. I had to be a good girl. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Betty Ann. And so I lived my whole life trying to be good. I love the Lord. I want to be a good Christian woman. But I'm discovering that when I become more concerned with you liking me, then I end up getting trapped in being your hero and I end up giving myself away. So I always thought, hi Kathy, I always believed that if I was being good, I would give excessively to people. So if you said to me, I really like what that ring on your finger, I felt like I was supposed to give it to you, because I'm a good Christian woman and I love the Lord. So it's like, okay, you like my ring? Have it. Or you like my jacket? Oh, let me give it to you. And I'm recognizing that God never asked me to give away everything that He's blessed me with. Because what happens is when I give from a place where my main motive is to have you love and care for me and not abandon me, then my giving isn't clean and I walk away feeling angry and resentful. So what I'm learning is that it's imperative that I set boundaries. I set boundaries around my giving and I wait and I listen for the Holy Spirit to direct me on where my giving should go. So if people say I'm in need, I don't have to be the first one to step up and say, I'll take care of it. I'll give to you. I'll buy you food. I'll pay your rent. I'll get your groceries. I have to be quiet before I make a decision. And I recognize that it's around my willingness to set boundaries and my need to let go of being the hero. I'm nobody's hero. I'm just part of the scheme of life. I'm part of God's plan, but I'm not the plan. I'm not God. So as I grew up as a kid, we didn't have boundaries. Everything that you did was my business and everything I did was your business. And I told people what you did and you told people what I did. And it was a mess. And so today I wanted to share with you just a couple things that I'm learning about boundary setting. And I wrote it down so that I wouldn't forget. When I set boundaries, I need to know what I want. So if I'm asking you for something or I'm asking you to stop doing something, or when you do that, I need to know what it is that I'm asking for. I don't want you to read my mind because I just slammed a bedroom door or I went into the kitchen and threw a pot onto the stove. And I'm hoping that you know that my behavior means you need to stop something. That's not being honest. So if you're not sure what the boundary is, or you're not sure what you want, you just know that something needs to be said, take a few minutes, write it out in your journal, call a friend and reason things out, and then be specific. The second thing is to speak your desires with kindness and respect. I don't have to be mean when I say something. I can say what I mean what I say, and don't be mean when I say it. So I need to take a time out if I'm really angry and I want to set a boundary with you or my husband or my children. I need a time out before I say it so that I can speak it with kindness and respect. I need to let go of the expectation that who I'm asking will immediately change their behavior and give me everything I want. Just because I ask for it doesn't mean I'm going to get it. But it does mean I have to use my voice and speak up for myself. When you set a boundary, people aren't going to be happy. So the boat is going to rock. Be aware of that. As soon as you change things and people and the mobile starts to shift, people aren't going to like that. They're not going to lean in and say, oh my God, I'm so glad that you told me not to talk to you that way. Oh, I'm so grateful that you said that it makes you uncomfortable when I ask you for money. Or so recognize that. Change takes time. You will need to set the boundary more than once. So when there's something going on in your life and you need to speak it, you're going to need to speak it more than one time. Number 6 is let yourself feel your value and know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you have a right to ask for what you want. It doesn't mean, like I said, that we're going to get it, but it does mean I can ask for it. And what I'm finding is that even if my need isn't met, I have still used my voice and I have still said my truth. So if I ask for something and I don't get it, it feels okay to me because at least I asked for it. I was never taught how to ask for what my needs were. I watched behavior that was passive aggressive and very covert, and nobody really said anything to anybody. They just tried to manipulate out of others what they needed and wanted. So the point I wanted to make to you today is that you have value and you're deserving and you deserve love and belonging. And you don't have to be a good girl. You don't have to try so hard. You just have to be. Whoever God created you to be, you have gifts to share. I want you to recognize those gifts and honor the woman that you are and that you are continuing to become. This is far from over, and the lessons that we're learning in this pandemic are life-changing. And you don't have to be everything to everyone all the time. It's okay to say no. By the way, no is a complete sentence, so you don't have to defend it. It's okay to not give away everything you've ever worked for to someone who doesn't have it. Be discerning. Listen to your heart. Listen to what God is asking you to do. Sometimes I'll be on the freeway. Well, not anymore. I'm not on the freeway anymore. But sometimes when I'm on the freeway and I'm getting off the off-ramp and there's somebody standing there asking for money, sometimes I'll give them money. And I don't randomly choose every fourth person that asks, I'm going to give them something. I listen to what God is saying. And if I'm prompted to give to that person, I give to that person. But I don't give to everybody. I don't feel prompted to give to everybody. So just because the world asks for it doesn't mean that I have to take care of it. And the other thing is that when I do for others what they can be doing for themselves, I'm not helping. I am stealing their ability to feel self-respect and self-esteem because I haven't given them an opportunity to do it for themselves. So I want you to know that I think of you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your peace and a spirit of calm, that this crazy self-isolation isn't going to last forever. Try to keep a little bit of routine in your life. I get up every day, make the bed, put my makeup on. I told my husband today, I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to get all dressed up because you know where I'm going? I'm going to the garage to do the laundry. So I got all dressed up to do the laundry. But when I take time to do my self-care, I feel better. And when I feel better, my world is better. And I'm not as prone to go into that state of depression or darkness or anxiety over what's happening outside of me. So I want to tell you, I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. I hope you do the same. Take care of yourselves. And we'll talk again soon. Bye.